This is Key Moments. That's DotoDoya, and today we're talking about one of the craziest episodes in all of Dragon Ball Z.
No, it feels like it's been forever
because
since we've been here.
It has actually.
It has. You said it the week before when I did the intro, but you know, we've both had a few key moments in our own lives.
We have, man. It's been I got a little sick, which then postponed things. You were out of town, and then we're back. But for you guys, it hasn't been, because we're businessmen right now. We're on top of it. We're recording episodes. We're getting pre-recorded out. It's great. And now, Doto, tell them. Well, actually, they've known now the entire time, but we didn't know until right now that we have
a jingle. We know what our jingle is. They've probably been hearing it. Hopefully, I don't know how it's going to be put into these actual episodes, but now me and Nano know what our jingle is. We actually got it. I got a guy, Fingers. Shout out. Thanks for the beat. It's like a little mix of something he already had.
You did what to a guy?
No, his name was Fingers. Are you gonna, what were you saying before? How you swore in the Dragon Ball episode you saw something called Meat and Girthy or something?
Dude, I'm telling you, the outro.
Not real.
I'm telling you, the outro says something about meaty and girthy. I swear on everything. Maybe they just talk about their dinner, but I'm telling you, it said meaty and girthy. And you guys are going to have to find out next time in next episode where we discuss that.
No dubbing company is going by like meaty and girthy. That's not any company's name.
It wasn't the dubbing company. They were just giving us the translations to what the outro song says, man. Dude, wait, I should have rewinded on the spot. And we should have
because now this is going to be another one of those. So far it's been 0-0, right? Like we haven't gaslit each other just yet, but I'm thinking this is going to, you're trying to swindle me here.
Dude, I said it in the reaction. I'll say it now. I didn't lead you astray with the Chevrolet. And
that's true.
Did that rhyme a little bit?
Yeah, led astray with Chevrolet.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lead you astray with the girthy meat, man. I'm telling you, it was there.
So drop the rhyming scheme, but I'll just accept that for what it is.
So
anyway, Nano, other than meat and girthy, what episode was this even on?
This was episode 5. And this was Gohan's Rage, which, by the way, had an incredible title card today.
Like I was gonna bring that up too.
The title card was so good. Like I actually, someone's watching this for the first time. Like, okay, these guys we're gonna focus on the title card here. But dude, this one specifically it was a nice touch, as you mentioned. Like it could be someone's like wallpaper. You just get rid of the Gohan's Rage part, and it's literally someone's wallpaper. Maybe I'm gonna go commission this now from one of the artists.
Commission. I could probably do that. It's just covering up the letters in Photoshop.
Well, I mean, but like this will be my like composition, and then I'll have them embellish a little.
Oh, I see. Like you want like your OC standing around the copyright-free Dragon Balls. Yeah, I got you.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You know what?
One of my key moments was I actually lost the stars in my Dragon Ball.
No,
it's gone, dude. It's gone. But it's fine. We got some glowing edges now.
Doto, surely when I go to your channel right now, though, I'll be greeted with a waving Krillin, right?
I have some bad news, guys. Krillin's gone too.
No, man.
Look, we all have to grow up someday, and dude, my day just happened to be over the past couple weeks.
You abandoned fighters. Now you're abandoning.
I've uploaded more fighters content in the past week than I have in the past couple months.
Dude, I know, and that says a lot, Doto. That's, you know what? That says a lot, dude. Hey, here's the thing. I want to say this episode was great.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. It started with, again, not to, I know one guy's out there looking at this like, again, they're bringing up the title card. Title card was the real high bar, and then they just kept hitting it after that. Although I will say, again, episode's called Gohan's Rage. Not a lot of Gohan's Rage going on in this episode.
No, and maybe that was to sort of hide what was going to happen, because imagine watching this for the first time. Like, there's no way you're anticipating where this episode is going to go. like this is episode 5 into the sequel to Dragon Ball, where where the MC is Goku. There is no way you're anticipating how this episode is going to go. No way.
Yeah, and I'll get on my I'll get on my soapbox later about why. You know, let's be honest. Dragon Ball Z is a cultural phenomenon. Everybody loves it, and it's because of a very certain character and a very like great opening. And we'll get into that later. But
okay. Donna, we got into it a little quick, man. How you been? You know, it's like,
I've been. So listen, I would say let's get it. Let's break this down. Our key moments over our life, as you said. I'm still not over that fact that you said that in that episode, but. I went on a vacation. The last episode you saw was episode 3 of our podcast, right?
Yes.
I was literally packing before and after that episode came out. So while you're watching that episode, I'm in a big oversized long sleeve t-shirt because it was the only t-shirt I was not bringing to Mexico where I was going for, you know, big vacation. And Nano, you went on a little vacation yourself.
Wait, did I?
Yeah. What'd you do on your break?
Oh, wait. I thought you. I was trying to think, but I was like, no, we definitely talked about the concert and Ed Sheeran in the last podcast for sure.
yeah, no, that was.
You're referring to me getting sick.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a total vacation for sure. Yeah, I got sick, and then the whole family got sick, and then we were all here together. So,
just the way you described it, if you're okay with me saying this, but bro said he discovered he was sick. And then passed out for 12 hours and woke up in a cold sweat.
Yes, I did.
And he was not having a good time.
And then I was like laying in my bed, couldn't sleep, and literally like Dokkan official tweets out the animations to the LR Bulma, and I'm like go and react to those literally with a fever. And then I summon for the Bulma in the game and like am breaking in my fever at that point too, and like I'm like just sweating through my shirt and stuff. So yeah, it's been, but we're good now. We're good. That's why there's so much time in between. I didn't want to record an episode and sound all like, you know, like
yeah like you told me you were pushing yourself on. If you watch some recordings on the Nanogenix YouTube channel, you might see a Nano on the brink of losing his voice.
Dude, yes. Dude, I was like, if you watch the trio, which I want to point out. Yeah, I'll do it right here. In that trio, which again, it's just we just randomized. We put a bunch of characters from the mobile game Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle on a wheel, and then we spin that wheel. He's
gonna say it.
Yeah, we then spin that wheel, and I ended up getting Goku and Piccolo from the movie Dead Zone. Which, by the way, we are gonna incorporate the movies into this as well when they feel right. Do what?
Big confirmation then.
Yeah. In case you guys have been wondering, especially again, we don't know. We're filming these so early. We don't know like the feedback and what some of you guys have said so far. But we're definitely going to be incorporating movies. But I got the Goku and Piccolo that are from Dead Zone, and then I also got Goku and Piccolo that are literally from this episode that we just watched and the previous episode. And
he was just running a Goku Vegeta team.
Yes.
Goku Piccolo team.
Yes. And the thing is I actually got off so the special beam moment is an active skill in Dokkan because the card starts as a Goku and Piccolo card, and then you do the active skill and it turns into just a Piccolo card. And I got
spoilers.
I got that moment off on UI Goku and Dokkan, and I won the race because of that moment. I was like, this is so crazy that all this is working out because we're about to film this episode of this podcast that is going to be that moment exactly. Like, I should have promoted the podcast if we were already going to be releasing it in that episode because I was like, this is like perfect. This is like perfect timing.
You cut the best possible commercial and we didn't capitalize on it.
I know. I can't. I beat Beast Gohan with that moment. I beat like so many other crazy characters that were on like Diddy and Truth's team with the moment literally from this episode. It was iconic. Man,
what's crazy is you did all this and didn't cut a promo for our podcast, but I'm literally recording and releasing a playing through the Raditz saga in every Dragon Ball Z game just to promo the podcast, and you didn't even do that.
Wait, are you actually?
No, I actually just thought of that.
But that is a great idea, man.
It is, but damn, that's a lot of work.
But it would be, dude, wait, that is a banger idea. Because also right? You can do it pretty quickly because it's the first thing you're introduced to in every game.
The first mission, yeah. Should I do it? Should I actually do it to promo the podcast?
That video would probably do really well.
I don't know about that.
No, because the title is something like I played as Raditz in every Dragon Ball Z game or something, or I defeated. Dude, there's something about every DBZ game I think in the title that will do really
beating
well.
Raditz in every DBZ game.
That, dude, I'm telling you, might take some time, but I think the investment will be worth the payout.
All right. Maybe I'll think about it. I think it's a good promo. I'm thinking of ways to promo the podcast. We got to get people in here.
You're right. I'll do that if you don't.
Damn, no shot.
And then I'll make it a short, Doto.
Don't bring up shorts, man. No. I'm
YouTube
so
Shorts. Did this just turn into a YouTube podcast? All right, guys. Today we're talking about the creator economy. And
guys, let's talk about YouTube Heroes and why you should sign up to be one. Do you remember YouTube Heroes? Do you remember
I
that
don't.
drama?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But you
don't
sold
remember
me.
that? No, come on. All right, let me explain just this before we move on. YouTube Heroes was a system YouTube wanted to do. I know there's got to be other people out there that remember this. It was a big internet drama thing because they wanted you to sign up to be basically, if you reported other people's comments, you could get them removed, and if you did it well enough, you'd become a YouTube hero.
Oh my gosh, I do remember this. Okay,
it was like a super Discord mod, and people made fun of him, just called people bitches for being YouTube heroes.
I forgot, dude. You just unlocked a memory. I forgot that was a thing. That was like 10 years ago or something.
It was a long time ago. Yeah, I guess I kind of don't really think about how long it's been when I make references to things like that. But I thought that was like the funniest possible system. Like basically, you're just relying on like random people to just report stuff and then calling them heroes. But maybe they'd be jumping out of the pod like Gohan did here. In Gohan's Rage, episode 5.
Which apparently also in Japanese was Goku dies. There's only one chance left is the name of the 5th episode. So
that's what I wanted the episode to be. So in English, we got Gohan's Rage, but Japanese got the title I actually wanted?
Apparently, yes. Wait, dude, we're
that
not
makes
helping
more sense
the agenda.
With the picture of Goku.
We're not helping the agenda that we're watching the dub, Ben. Like it's every time there's a change or there's something, and we're like, oh yeah, we're proving the point of the anti-dubbers right now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and we're gonna do that more later in the episode because I have a lot of soapbox conversations I want to get on with Dragon Ball right now. But my starter one is that makes way more sense because the picture with Goku waving goodbye in the title card makes sense for a Goku dies title. I thought they did Gohan's Rage for no spoilers.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is 100% what they did. Matter of fact, you could combine the English version that says Gohan's Rage with the Japanese version, and you could actually have the image that I want to have without the because they didn't cover up Goku in the Japanese version.
No, they didn't.
So, wait. Man, okay, I literally can have my wallpaper now of this title card, which somehow we're like 15 minutes in the podcast and we're still talking about.
Well, now the one guy that was like, they're talking about the title card. Now I'm gonna be honest, he had a point because we've been on this title card for a long time,
dude. But there's
the haters are winning.
Something about it. But hang on, can I see Paul Allen's title card?
Oh my God, the subtle off-red coloring. Actually crazy that we've been on the title card for this long, man. We got distracted. I talked about YouTube Heroes,
dude. Now they're like, oh my God, they're two white guys making references to American Psycho.
Oh no, not a two white guys talk about American Psycho podcast.
Oh, all right. Anyways, Gohan burst out of this hole.
Shocking, Piccolo and Raditz. I could read the wiki too.
Wait, is that what it? No way, that's what it said. I just did that. I didn't even read that.
Bro is just reading the wiki
and
trying to make it sound like a podcast.
No, I didn't know it said burst. I just like that word because burst limit, man. Gee, such an underrated game.
No, I agree. We did a burst limit video. It's a pretty well performed video on my channel. Speaking of YouTube Heroes. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, let's move on to the first big point of the episode. Gohan's power level.
Which is crazy.
I think we talked about this before. But Raditz rates him at like 14 something, which is more than Goku and Piccolo. Again, I'm just saying the feats of Gohan at this age is crazy, especially when you consider that it was still rising. Yeah. Also considering that like immediately he loses it.
Well, yeah, I feel like this was pretty akin to what happens in Dragon Ball Super Broly, you know, where like you have Wrathful Broly, where it's sort of like definitely tapping into that like great ape ability, but not turning into a great ape, you know? So I feel like that's obviously what was happening here, but it looked so good. I don't remember this moment. Like, I remember enjoying this moment. I remember like enjoying this moment like to this extent. Like that moment was sick. Like that was just
a lot more. It was a lot more like rage, like modern Dragon Ball Z. Like he kind of powered up for a second.
Yes. Yeah, I think is that what it is? Is that what it is? It definitely like because we're only in episode 5, but it felt more of like what we see a lot of in the later part of Dragon Ball Z. And also Gohan, we mentioned this. Oh, we haven't said this yet. We do reactions to these, which you can find on Patreon. And also just a disclaimer to anyone hearing that's like, wait. It's just our faces, but we do have time codes, so you can like link it up and you know what essentially watch the episodes with us. You can come back to the podcast, but you can support us over there at patreon.com. Link will be down below in the description, or you can find it on the homepage of the podcast. All of that if you're not listening on YouTube, and you can watch us react to these episodes, and they're all over there. We've done all 5 episodes, all 5 reactions are up over there on Patreon.
Damn.
And in the reaction, I was talking about the fact that I felt like they aged Gohan like a good 5 or 6 years here. Like he went from being a 4-year-old to, and then very much so looking like a 4-year-old to looking like almost like teen, quote unquote teen. I know he's not really a teen, but quote unquote teen Gohan like, here.
Like Namek Gohan. Yeah, they did kind of, in like 1 second, Gohan's design, I feel like it changed. Like you said, he went from a literal baby in the woods, like playing with butterflies in episode 1 to like Namek Gohan. As soon as he jumped out of the pod.
Yeah, like he's about to beat some ass. Like he's like, no, uncle, not today.
You get your hands off my father. Leave my daddy alone. Actually, I feel like move names in Dragon Ball Z games are never consistent, especially with Raditz and like moves that don't actually have names. But leave my daddy alone, I feel like has been very consistent in literally every game Kid Gohan is playable.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I hadn't really thought about that, but you're 100% right, dude. I do always wonder, I've thought this since I was a child, like where do they get some of these like move names in the games? Because like, and maybe it's just a translation thing, you know, because maybe it's just like the stuff that I watched just wasn't translated properly, but I'll be like, I don't remember seeing them do that. It's not for every character, but like there's some characters where I'm like, wait, what, when do they do that, you know?
It's a bigger deal than you think, because it really kind of met it. Like we talked about this in the last episode, but that was before I played Raging Blast 1. All of Raditz's moves in that game are like just words like be gone, or I'm mad, or I'm finishing this. I'm like, this is stupid. Where's the weekend names? I like
wait. Raditz in Raging Blast doesn't have like his double Sunday or his Saturday crap.
I don't even know if they give him double Sunday. Like usually double Sunday would at least be there, but no, his ultimate is called Be Gone.
What?
Yeah, it sucks. It doesn't even look like something he does. It kind of looks like, moving back to Dragon Ball Z, when after Gohan's big attack, Raditz stumbles around for a while, he's in pain, and then Raditz goes up to kill Gohan, basically. Which, you know, I've been painting Raditz as kind of a good guy in these past couple podcast episodes, and I would still stand on the fact that while he's going to kill Gohan, he's like, no, like I respect him a lot. Like he's a true Saiyan, but he's a dangerous Saiyan. So I got to put him down. I got to give him a warrior's death. And that move he's charging up there looks like Be Gone.
Okay.
So Gohan was about to catch an ultimate, at least in Raging Blast 1's eyes.
Man. Yeah, you were saying that as he was walking over to his nephew to kill him. You're like, dude, Raditz is such like a good guy, man. He's such a nice, because in that you're referencing the fact that Raditz was still saying we as in like Goku, like Vegeta, Nappa, like, Raditz.
Yes, like us as Saiyans. Like,
yeah.
If you look at like Raditz is a member of a race that is a warrior race. Like they go after people, and also like they are all wiped out. So I think he was nothing but very sensible. Even like, I don't even know if I want to get into it now, but later on in the episodes when he's talking to Piccolo, it was kind of sad. Like we didn't really talk about it. We were both quiet while the scene played out, but it was a little bit sad.
Dude, yeah, I was into this episode a lot. There were a lot of moments where they're like, I was just quiet because I was like, man, like it was good, dude. It was so good.
It was really good. This one was a banger. But yeah, after the final blow, I feel like, you know, maybe it's for the best that we talked for as long as we did, because it's kind of more of a dialogue heavy episode.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
We get the iconic moment, right? Like, which is literally, we're basically at that right now where, and like, to me, I'm like, no way, because in my mind, I remember picturing Piccolo powering up this special beam cannon for a really long time. Like a really long time. So when Goku, when he's about to finish Gohan and Goku comes up and grabs him, I was like, wait a sec, like, we're in position now for like the moment. And I did not think it was going to happen so fast, but it literally happens. It happens before the intermission scene, right? Like, it happens right then and there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does, by a long shot, actually.
Yes, man. That's so crazy that happens that fast.
This is my soapbox, dude. I'm telling you, the Raditz, it's like one of the best introductions in all of, like, maybe anything, like any story humanity's ever told. If you're jumping from like one story to like the next, like a sequel, like Dragon Ball Z is crazy how good it is.
That is a bold statement, and
it's
Doto,
a bold statement.
I'm here to back it, because yes, this was such a good 5-episode opener to this series.
It's crazy. Let's just say it, because everybody knows what happens. So basically, Gohan attacks, loses it. You know, that's foreshadowing for Gohan later. But then Goku just grabs him, not even by the tail, just full Nelson, just behind the back, just choke slams him. I still think we talked about this in the reaction, but what a feat from Goku. Raditz mentions that Gohan's attack weakened him.
Yeah,
but no shot. I actually do not believe that at all. How weakened could you possibly get that a guy that you could have folded with like both hands behind your back can now just physically manhandle you like this?
Well, and I still stand by it was dad strength, man. Like when your child is in like harm's way, you get dad strength. That's a thing.
He unlocked dad Zenkai boost.
Dude, yes, dude, dad Zenkai boost, man.
I like how Goku gets dad strength boost and Gohan gets son strength boost. Anytime he sees his father in danger, he gets a boost in damage power.
It's a thing.
But anyway, like I was saying, Goku grabs Raditz, holds him for the special beam that does not take that long to charge up, but it does. His veins do like this weird like waterbed stuff.
Yeah, Piccolo's on trend.
It's confirmed he's not natty. But that's fine. We kind of expected that. And it's over. Goku gets blasted with special beam. He's out of there.
Dude, through the chest. In my brain, I kept thinking it was through the stomach. It's straight up like where his heart would be. Like I can't believe he lays there conscious for that long. Like after that, like he should just be out, like gone.
Yeah, you wanted him dead. Like the scene was going on, and you just kept bringing up like, nah, he's dead. He should be dead.
Dude, that was a crazy hit. He could have 100%, by the way, jumped out of the way. Like, I'm not trying to make this, a Jack Titanic moment where Jack could have fit on the thing, but 100%, Goku lets go of his brother there. And, like, after the contact is already made, but it hasn't, like, pushed through them yet, just move out of the way, bro.
I was thinking about that while you said it. And I don't know. I don't know if I agree, because if somebody was that strong and I, for some reason, had them steady, I would be afraid that if I let go, they would slip away at the last moment. I think I would just commit, especially if I knew I was catching that Call of Duty revive afterwards. Like,
okay, yeah, yes, okay.
Like I'm like, I'm good. I'll hold this one out. Just bring me back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess if you know you're coming back, but man, that shit's gonna hurt in the meantime, though.
And it did, bro. Krillin walks over to Goku later in the episode. He's like, "You okay?" He was not okay. That shot of his face, he was gone.
Yeah,
bro,
dude, his eyes were glossed over, dude. They actually gave it like a glossed over effect. Like,
bro, like he was out. He was not sticking around.
Man,
but anyway, what I wanted to say with his death, he's like, no, I am not okay. In the first 5 episodes of this series, you learn that your protagonist from Dragon Ball is an alien. He's a Saiyan. He has a son that has like anger boost that we know. Piccolo, the main villain, works with the hero to defeat an even bigger bad guy who's from space, also related to the protagonist. And then they fight. They barely win, only through like a miracle and a half. And then you learn that there's 2 more Saiyans coming. They're even stronger. You get a year to train. And now, like, by this point, the thing is, like, everybody's bought into it. By this point, like, what you're asking me to believe is so cartoonishly out of the world of Dragon Ball, but now I believe it. Like, 2 Saiyans are coming. They are crazy strong. This world is bigger than we expect. That's the beauty of Raditz.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you are very correct, because I'm so tapped in right now. I'm like so tapped in. And by the way, I also forgot that Piccolo is the whole reason that Nappa and Vegeta are coming to Earth to begin with.
It's true. He snitched.
He self-reports, man. He literally self-reports. Dude, in the grand scheme of things, what, like, I get it. He's cocky, but why do you reveal like the one very specific thing to Earth to like this alien you just met like 5 hours before? Even though I guess you think, oh, he's dying, but like I still just don't know that I'm like, he's not really dead. We have these super powerful things called the Dragon Balls, and we're gonna revive him back in like 7 days, or like,
I know. And by the way, again, gotta give a shout out to Raditz. What a team player! If I was dying, I'm not thinking of info gathering, but he was still playing for the team. He was like, what did you mean that he'll have the last laugh by chance? He was clicking the scouter on. Bro was wearing an actual wire and Piccolo fell for it.
Oh my god, dude, you're right. He does. He's like, yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, he
does. He was like, what did you mean by that?
Oh my gosh, dude. And then poor Raditz, man, because
it was sad, man. It was actually sad. Go ahead.
Well, because then you flip over to Nappa and Vegeta, and they're just like, yeah, Raditz is trash. We lost nothing of worth here.
It's true, and also like not even just that part. Like they did fuck him over. Vegeta more than Nappa. Nappa was kind of like, we're gonna wish Raditz back, right? And he was like, nah. But like Raditz was like, they'll come. I know my friends will come. And then he's like choking up blood, and like we know that he's not coming back. His friends are not coming to save him. He never had friends.
Now,
so it's sad.
Now I gotta ask. I think we've talked about this before, but I want to bring it back to this too. Would you appreciate if they brought back Raditz at some point in Super and gave him like new abilities?
So this is the thing. This goes back to like, I think me and you always agree on this. I've never understood when people on the internet are mad when they get more of the stuff they like, because I get it. I feel like Raditz narratively, he's done everything he needs to do, but I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. So yeah, bring him back, make him do more fights. I think that stuff is cool.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get upset over it. I don't get people that get upset over it.
Well, the thing is at this point in time with where Dragon Ball Super is, when people are like, no, don't do the whole bring it back trope. Literally every character at this point, besides Cell, has come back, and Cell now technically in some form or fashion has come back. Not in the way I wanted him to, because I wanted to hear the perfect laugh so bad. Like I wanted to hear I would have like screamed in that theater if Cell would have like properly came back, but that's neither here nor there. So like it's already been done so many times. It would actually be really cool if Raditz came back from hell and like straight up could go like blue, you know, or since the thing right now in modern day Dragon Ball is for, I guess, everyone to have their own unique form, him have like some sort of cool unique form like that he has to himself, you know.
Yeah.
So
you could easily write it into the story. Like, I mean, the whole Broly line still works for like maybe Frieza wants another Saiyan in his force, so he reses the brother of Goku. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually.
That's the thing too. I think growing up, I didn't quite realize the weight of it all. Is that Raditz is literally Goku's brother? Like Raditz is Goku's brother. Like, so yeah, whatever latent power that is in Goku surely could be unlocked in his brother, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the storyline makes sense. If I was Frieza and I was going up against a guy like Goku, and I'm like, nah, something in his genes just must be different. I'll like try to like his brother still believes in the Frieza Force, so I'll just res him. That's what I would do if I was Frieza.
Hang on, dude. Are we writing the next like maybe 2 arcs from now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, they could easily do that.
They could.
And you can't res Bardock because Bardock hates Frieza.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Man.
But Raditz would work easy. But yeah, I thought it was sad. Raditz was coughing up blood. And then, bro, we both reacted to this. I don't remember this at all. But Raditz is talking, and Piccolo's like, I've heard enough. And he raises his hand to like finish the job.
Yeah, he offs him off. Like we knew what it was happening, but they actually cut to Chi-Chi, which I don't know if that's part of that might be filler. But they cut to Chi-Chi. But dude, that scene is crazy. Like the angle and stuff, they make Piccolo look like a straight killer, bro. Like
they do. Like he did not mind taking a life. He even said like after like when they eventually cut back from Chi-Chi that he was like, he's gone. I was like, damn, what? Bro finished him off. But also, when the Chi-Chi stuff came up, you had something to say about that. You didn't like the studying trope.
Dude, I think it's because it shows up, and we're going to, as we go forward, you know, in this rewatch, it's going to show up more and more and more, unless I'm remembering it incorrectly. But, and like, I have nothing against studying and against being a scholar. We get it. That's like Gohan's like true purpose at this point, is to be a scholar. But like, how often do we have to mention that, dude? It comes up so much. Like, I know this is like the first real time we're getting it, and I'm like definitely putting like 20 years of like randomly watching Dragon Ball, and I'm putting that all into like this feeling of hearing her say it again. But we're gonna hear that, unless I'm wrong, we're gonna hear that so much. And it's like, we get it. He needs to study. He's a scholar. Like, how much more do you have to remind us of this?
And so I fully agree. And my soapbox moment, I said it in the reaction. I was like, I'm gonna save it for the podcast because I got to talk about this. When people on Twitter and online are like, I don't get how Gohan fans can be unhappy that he's becoming a scholar. That's always been his dream. Bro, it's a show about fighting. If your favorite character can't fight, they're not in the show anymore. It doesn't make, why would you want your favorite character to be a scholar? That just means they're not in the show no more. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to say here that I'm just saying I get that, because that's sort of the angle that they were trying to set up literally from the first 5 episodes. And that's, you know, the entire point of Superhero is trying to get him away from his studies. But it's like, no.
Crazy.
Stop it. It's Gohan, dude. If you see, like, look what he's done. Like, it's just, You're very right. Like, what is the point of being a scholar in Dragon Ball? Like, we are here. It is a fighting shonen. Like, that's what we're here for, is to watch fighting.
I think my only point is like, it's fine. Like, if that's what they want the character to do, that's fine. Like, I don't mind it. I just think it's funny when people are like, when people like look at Gohan fans and they're like, Gohan fans don't actually root for the character at all because he wants to be a scholar. And I'm like, that's like pretending that he's a real person. Like, he's not a real person. I don't care if he achieves his dreams. They're not real. I want to see him in the show. And the only way you're in the show is if you're fighting or doing something.
But also, I mean, you could be a scholar by day and kicking ass by night, bro. Like,
that's true too.
There's nothing that says you can't do both, man.
That's true. And he commits to, like, I don't know. I don't know why people want Gohan to end up like all my favorite characters, bro. Because it sucks. Like all of the favorite Earthlings, all they do is cheer on the sidelines.
Yeah. Well,
it's crazy.
Thankfully, we know that's not where he's at least not right now.
No. Because you're right. They ripped him away from his studies for the 80th time in the series.
Surely he'll stay that way, right? Surely we won't go back to the study trope again.
Sorry, Dad. I would be helping you save the universe, but math is due tomorrow at 6. So, you know.
Man.
I got some ants to study.
Now that we're to this point in the episode, this is one of my probably favorite moments of this episode because we get to see the best character in the entire series. On planet Arlia, nonetheless, which is Vegeta. And Nappa's there too. But by the way, I think there was some foreshadowing too. I think they make, because you mention it, where Nappa wasn't quite like as harsh about Raditz's fate, and I feel like there's some foreshadowing there with that conversation between Vegeta and Nappa.
Absolutely, there is.
Like there's 100% some foreshadowing there. I mean, Vegeta is literally going to do anything so that he can be the prince of Saiyans, right? Of course. Like,
yeah, he doesn't even care that there's no Saiyans left.
Yeah, like the prince of what Saiyans, man. But this is a pretty cool intro to them. Like, and I just wasn't expecting to get this much screen time with them. We actually spent a good amount of time with Vegeta and Nappa here, and like setting up their sort of arc and them wanting to come and get the Dragon Balls. And I now, after seeing this, and maybe it was a stylistic choice, but I didn't realize we saw that variant of I say variant as if we're like choosing like color schemes and fighters, but
he did have a color scheme.
He did, and it lasted the entire time. My brain was picturing it because, like you said when we were talking about, oh, is this about to be the Vegeta and Nappa part? You're like, oh, is this where they're eating the meat? And I just remembered him having that color scheme while they're sitting around the fire, and I thought maybe it was the fire that they were sort of like reflecting onto him. But then he proceeds to have that color scheme the entire time, which I'm guessing is just from the planet? But then also, why does he have the color scheme, but then Nappa doesn't?
He's got the color scheme in the pod too. I actually would be curious to, maybe it's in like the trivia section, but I want to know why they did that for so long in the anime, and then they change it back up.
Yes, which it looks cool. I mean, again, fun fact: they made a figure arts of this. It was actually a collector's edition from San Diego Comic-Con, I believe 2014. It was like a special limited edition variant of the Vegeta figure at the time. So like it's definitely something they recognize, and of course there was also a Funko Pop back in the day too. But so something they 100% recognize is just like the one-off Planet Arlia Vegeta. But I did like the color scheme. I'm glad that's not his like permanent color scheme, but I thought it looks cool, like, for sure.
It looks cool in the moment, yeah, when it's just like a one-off. And that scene, bro, them eating like the guy's leg that they killed is such a crazy way to intro these two. Like,
yes.
that's always stuck out in my mind. I was like, damn, when we saw that they were eating people that they just killed, that is nuts.
Saiyans, man, warrior race.
Warrior race. That doesn't mean they have to eat what they killed. They just don't care.
And then
I just want to know how they decide that. Like we've never seen any cannibal instincts from Vegeta, but would they eat them if they were more human looking? Like these were bugs, so did they kill them and go, yeah, I could eat that?
Wait, that's actually a good point.
Like, do they still eat them if they look like human?
Huh.
Where do they draw the line? I want to know what they're eating and what they're not eating.
That is a very interesting. I didn't really think about it like that. So you're thinking they're going to come up and have a barbecue on Earth?
Yeah, exactly. Like, would they do the same on Earth? I want to know, because that would be a crazy scene.
Huh. Interesting. We may never know. Although some people might have some interesting theories for us in the comments or something. But they would come back, and Goku just he just blips out of there.
Yeah, and then Piccolo smiles and said, "It's the work of Kami." He teleported his dead body with him.
Now, is this gonna end us up? This is going to end us up immediately in a snake way, right? Like that's what he's headed to Yima, right?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be right at the doorstep, from what I remember.
That's, man. I don't remember dude. I hate to even say this. Well, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I remember King Kai, but one of the things that really sticks out to me is the Princess Snake portion.
I remember that portion too. I don't know why I remember that portion. Well, I do know why, but yeah. That portion really does stick out.
Yeah, that part really sticks out to me. That one I assume is coming up soon. But then before we end the episode, we get back over to, and you can stop me if I'm missing anything.
No, go ahead. I think you're about to cover what I wanted to cover.
Yeah, but we go back and they start talking about what they're going to use the Dragon Balls for, and of course they immediately go to immortality, which I'm like, oh wait, we're mentioning immortality. That gave me like Zamasu flashbacks. And then he says we can attain like this thing, and I thought they were just going to leave it at that, right? But then Vegeta straight up says on episode 5 of Dragon Ball Z, we're like 90 episodes away, Super Saiyan. He says the words Super Saiyan.
He does, and he commits to it. They both know what that is.
That is
like
crazy.
They want to be legendary Saiyans, and I agree with you. I was like, oh, like that's a nice teaser. And
yes.
then Vegeta's like, yes, we'll be Super Saiyans. I was like, whoa, no shot.
I really thought they would just leave it just as a nice like nod. I did not think they would just blatantly say Super Saiyan in episode 5 of Z. Like that seems.
And again, masterclass intro, dude. It's a masterclass intro.
I mean, I should have believed you when we were heading into this, but it had been so long since I had watched Dragon Ball Z that I did not think that the opening to this series, the first 5 episodes, would be quite so like. There was a lot to this episode. I mean, everything we've talked about now in this rewatch podcast. Like, there's just so much stuff that happens. Like the intro of Vegeta and Nappa to Goku dying to the like it's a lot. I can't like my like childhood memories of this was close to like 10 or 15 episodes, not 5. Like, dude, you're right. Raditz is a good way to intro us into Z.
He actually is intro.
He actually is
huge intro.
Mad respect to Raditz.
Gotta give it up. You know, he did his job. I don't know where the fact comes from that he's in 7 episodes only. Maybe they mention him by name in the next.
Well,
couple?
is he in hell? Do we see him in hell? Is that why he's in 7?
I don't think we do, actually. I think Raditz like totally forgotten. Like he never even gets brought up with the rest of the villains.
Interesting.
I think anyway. Well, I mean, we've got plenty of time to be.
I was about to say, we'll find out, right? Like we got 280 like 7-ish more episodes left or something like that. We'll find out eventually.
My God, that is a lot of episodes.
We're getting there, Doto.
We're getting there slowly but steady. Do we want to get into some of the trivia and differences from the manga?
Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's start with the differences from the manga because some episodes, some podcasts are gonna have more than these than others because this one is pretty light. And also pretty nitpicky. In the anime, Raditz gives Piccolo's second special beam cannon a power level of 1,485, 1,440 in the dub. In the manga, he never says what power level it is. Again, This is the anime trying to flesh the world out. I actually like not mentioning it because this is the same power level as Kid Gohan. So why didn't Gohan do more damage? I think
Gohan's exact number was like 1,370 or something like that. But yeah, and it was rising. So yeah, you're right.
So I just think I think the manga obviously didn't want to.
But a
which I think is good.
A beam is more concentrated than a headbutt too, though. So,
that's true.
So to be fair,
true.
like a beam at that level would be.
And they made a big deal of the headbutt like scar on the armor, like Piccolo was kind of aiming for it because it was a weak point.
Yeah, that's true too.
So they did do that, and then also the Ox King visiting Goku's house to give Gohan gifts was exclusive to the anime, which we didn't even bring up in the podcast because who cares? That is just like that is just like world building, like just a little bit of filler. It's not really filler, but just something to kill the time.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned the whole like the quick
scholar,
cut back to the scholar thing, but yeah, I mean, again, there's not really. I don't foresee us spending too much time on the very, like you said, I think it's a really good world building thing, but it's not like super important to the overall arc of the story, I would say. So
yeah. And again, it's just to get characters in place for future manga events, which is fine. I think those are the kind of anime changes that are like good. Like when like Krillin and Bulma and Roshi were talking in the plane on the way over there, like that was technically filler and a change from the manga, but in no way that actually mattered. It was just adding like character moments.
Yeah, which is fine.
That was it. And now we're on.
Wait, that was the only differences? That was it?
That was it. Just two.
Oh, so this is a very manga accurate episode then.
It was extremely manga accurate.
Okay.
But we do have a little more, again, a lot of the stuff I'm looking forward to later in the series when a lot of this isn't taken up by power level readings, because that is a lot of this. So for the trivia, we do have in English, like we said, Gohan's power level was read to be 1,370 and rising, but in the Japanese dub, it was 1,307. So a difference of I don't know why 70. Why do these numbers come up?
Why would they not just leave that alone? I feel like that's not really like worth changing. But okay,
that's not worth changing. It's not even worth. Maybe just the number sounded better because both numbers could be true. Like it was rising, so I think it probably could get up to there. But the only way I think this matters at all is because later in the English dub, they read Piccolo's power level to be 1440. Oh. And in the Japanese, it was 1485. So I think the goal of these power levels was trying to make it so like Gohan's cool, but like concentrated special beam was supposed to be a little bit stronger. And I feel like that gets lost with the power level rising. Not like it matters, but they are really focused on these power levels here early on.
I'm very okay with the fact that we've kind of left power levels behind. Like I think Frieza is the last one that really ever focuses on power level, right? And then that we don't mention power level at all in Cell Saga, do we?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Frieza is like the last big hoorah, the big send off for power levels because it's the big reveal like 530,000.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is good. What did you think? When I was a kid, I thought power levels were the coolest thing, though.
Yes. Yeah. No, this is definitely just a grown-up version of me saying that because I used to remember talking about power levels. We'd each like pretend to have power levels on like the playground. Like
exactly
100% power levels were like the shit. But like I think now, like I'm okay with it because my God, like what is a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta like power level? And like
yeah, you know, like, just like I think it was a format that works really good back in the day because it's like Oh, it's so fun comparing characters and like guessing what the numbers are, and like you could actually like go through and see like what character was stronger when.
Yeah.
But later on, as the series tries to progress into being more, like it sucks that there's characters that just like, no, you lose because your number's lower, bro. Like you're trash.
Yeah.
Or it just gets ludicrous, like, yeah, Goku Blue Kaioken is like quintillion power level, bro. You don't know that?
Well, okay. I guess I shouldn't say that totally, because I did kind of like it. So I don't necessarily like the idea of them pointing it out anymore, but I did enjoy running around in Kakarot. I don't know how much you played, how far you got to Kakarot.
And like sensing their
but you could
like,
see,
energy?
you could see their power level. And once you got to like Buu Saga, like their power level was so strong, it filled the entire screen. Like if you went and looked at Boo's power level, his power level literally is so big it fills your entire screen.
I thought that was like the coolest thing about Kakarot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I love
like
it.
That
love
feature
that.
was awesome. Like sensing their ki. It's just cool to get a visual on that. Like it's like, oh yeah, like wow, you can see it. It's like swirling around him. Like that's pretty good. And then you get to later stages, it's just like, oh, what the entire world is just like his aura. That was nuts. That was a great add-on in Kakarot. But the rest of this trivia, honestly, for this episode, not a lot going on. Just some differences with like other stuff. There is, of course, like you said, this episode is the first time Super Saiyans are ever mentioned. I feel like that's a fun fact a lot of people would not know. Episode 5 is where they dropped that word.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that. I would have figured it was a Namek Saga related like thing, and like Vegeta probably brings it up in the Namek Saga or something like that. That would have been my guess. Not here.
He no wonder he's got an obsession with it. He's been thinking of it since he was introduced.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to be a Super Saiyan.
Dude, don't we all though?
I mean, yes, I would do that in a heartbeat.
I mean, if you were to like try to sit here and think of like maybe what's the most iconic form from anime, would you probably say it's Super Saiyan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Not even close.
I would
not even close.
There's not. I mean, like I'm kind of being a bit facetious, but in all honesty, what even comes close to matching the iconicness of Super Saiyan and Dragon Ball Z? Like basically nothing. Like,
I don't think there is anything. But
Man.
yeah, I think that was about the only trivia I care to even read on this, because the rest is just like subtle translations. But I guess this one's pretty funny. The Japanese version actually has a line of Piccolo asking, only because I brought this up while we were reacting to it. Piccolo asked in the Japanese version, "Why are you holding him like that instead of holding his tail?" And Goku's answer was that he could sever his own tail to escape his weakness.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know. I guess that makes Goku seem a little smarter. But
yeah, I wonder why they didn't just go ahead and say that, like in the anime.
I don't know. They just saved it for the English. In the English version is the only version that doesn't have Piccolo mention that.
Interesting. Okay. Huh.
But that's it. That's it for the trivia section of episode 5.
Well, I think that's it for the episode then. Man.
Honestly, yeah. I think we've talked about but you know what we didn't talk enough about?
What's that?
The beautiful title card. Can we go back to that?
Yeah, I actually. So if you guys watch our reaction, we really enjoyed the title card. I'm surprised we didn't bring that up here in this episode.
No, I think we're out of time, dude. We're not gonna get to talk about the title card today.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, anyway, you guys can follow the podcast. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can go check out our Patreon and watch us react to these episodes. It's a ton of fun. You're getting to see both our faces, what's happening on the, it's all that. You can see all of it.
All of it, even the rewinds and the title card combos.
Yep, that was me. You picked up on that was me like rewinding myself.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway,
gotcha.
Doto, can you hear the music?
Nano.
I can hear the music.
That jingle.
That jingle.
Ooh,
man.
Oh, it's got that sound to it that I like.
If they haven't watched,
there's crisp.
There's what is this? This is episode 4. There's 3 other episodes of the podcast live right now that you can go watch and check out. And Doto, I guess we'll see him. In the next one.
I guess we'll have to see him in the next one, however many episodes it is. Well, we'll see you guys later. Dragon Ball Z, get it? All right, take care now.
Get me out of here.